Hello and welcome to my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video. And thanks for watching. Thank you to everybody that's been supporting my channel. My day ones, I have to mention y'all because y'all been there with me from the beginning. Um, Everybody that's new that's coming in, everybody. So let's get to it, y'all. So one of my subscribers, they asked me to watch this video, and I'm going to leave the video in the description box. She asked me to watch this video and let her know what I think about it. So the video is the 100K track interview, and it has managing King Von and YNW Melly getting shot and more. So let's get to it, y'all. So she wanted me to just review it for her. So the first thing that I noticed off the top, that track was saying, and he was pretty much saying that at this point, after everything that happened with King Von and everything, he's saying that him and his wife, you know, they are pretty much gonna do the distribution part from this point on. So they are going to cut out any distribution deals and they're going to do everything themselves. So that stood out to me. Um, so basically, they're saying that the people that do these distribution deals that I've been talking about lately, there's really no need for them. People are signing over their masters or selling it to them, and they are tying themselves to you for the rest of your life if they possibly can. Anything that you have any kind of stake in, they are making sure that they are a part of it. And they're holding on to the masters. They want y'all to call them master. Basically. And they're saying that pretty much Track was saying that what they do, they can do. Okay? So that stood out to me out of everything. Apparently him and his wife are a team and they work really well together. Like they are building their self an empire. So they seem like they learned a little bit of a lot of stuff, so they're going to apply it, which is smart. If you're going to be dealing with somebody that know everything, learn what they know and do it yourself. And maybe you'll do it right when you send somebody else doing wrong. Okay? So I noticed that. Um, Another thing that I noticed, he said that he was like, he was short after. So he really fell off a little bit. Not really fell off, but he was, he ended up paying out more money after King Von died. So basically, he was saying that he paid for the funeral, or helped pay for that, and got that taken care of. He's saying that he helped with the family, you know, looked out for them. So he's saying that he did those things. Now, never mind, King Von was signed with Empire Label. They own his masters. And they wouldn't even help pay for the funeral. He's saying that they collected money for up and coming, um, you know, shows. And maybe they had spent some of the money because most likely they did. Even King Von probably spent some of the money too, because I'm sure he probably passed it out to people that needed it because he figured they was gonna do the show and make up for it or whatever. Which he probably know now not to do that. Let the money sit until everything go through, and then you can splurge. So that's probably what threw him in a loop and coming up short. So yeah, he had to end up paying all those things, and he was just the manager. He wasn't the label that King Von was signed to. And his money got cut off from anything after King Von passed. So he didn't make a dime after that. And I often thought, like, I was wondering, why is Empire selling t shirts and hoodies of King Von? I often kept wondering why. But then, especially when this guy right here, now I'm seeing like this guy right here, he had a printing company. So he could have did the t-shirts and everything like that for the family and made sure they were good and still good. But now the money is going elsewhere into Empire's pocket. Is they sharing with the family? We don't know. Is they gonna report everything that they're making off of King Von? Really? Is they gonna really report everything to the family, even if they even report to them at all? Is it gonna even be accurate if they were? You have to ask questions. And I know they feel like black lives don't matter. I know they feel like that. That's why they see them killing each other on the news and all of this stuff. They see it. And they've stood back and studied. Like I said, they have been studying them. Like they go to school to learn about black people. Seriously, y'all. That guy, what is Nima Etnimum? Something like that? Etnanum? He is a professional speaker. That's what he was trained to do. You don't let everybody infiltrate everything that you do because you end up with somebody that do not care about life one way or the other. Look at where they're from, their family history. That's what you look at. Just like I said, the symbol, that symbol means something. Trend kill. Look it up. Go Google it or whatever site you be on. Type it in and look at the symbol. That's all I'm saying. Um, where was I? I'm starting to get caught up in this stuff because it's like it hurts your heart when people come into something that your race has came up with something to make money, and then people come in, study y'all, see how the crimes is done, they see how the gangs are doing. You see how other rappers are acting with each other that hate each other. You see how they're acting toward each other. You see how they're making money on the charts where their name is. And not just the young ones, they even looking into the older, our icons now. Our icons. They are looking at them too. Is they music still moving on the charts? With people streaming them, they're going after them too. We lost Prince right after he signed a deal with Rockefeller or Rock Nation, whatever they call themselves, Rock somebody, Jay-Z. We lost Nipsey. We lost him too. Right after he signed that deal, gone. This is crazy. Okay, you want to know what else did I notice? Hmm. He said he said something else that I noticed. He said that his artists, they trust his judgment. I think that's why people gave him a hard time, because he said that thing that he just said. They trust him. That his artists will listen to him, what he say. If that is true. And in the interview you said that King Von, he he wasn't himself that night. That's what you said. He wasn't himself. Then you said, what you say? You said that he was sitting outside of the club, the little hot spot. This is a hot spot that everybody go to. A lot of crime is did at this hot spot because people done got killed. Shootouts up there all the time. You said King Von sit outside the club for over 30 minutes. You trying to figure out what's going on. If he trusts, this is what we're, as a mother, this is how we feel about when you trust somebody's judgment. If a mother had been there, a real mother, and I'm not trying to call you a mother or whatever, I'm just saying, when somebody leaves their child in your hands, it's just like Biggie, his mother, trusted Puffy. She trusted him. You know? She trusts his judgment. I know, hopefully, you love him enough too for him to make it back home. She trusts his judgment to make the right decision if, Biggie should have even went out of town and the beef was going on. And Tupac had just, he didn't pass. And everybody that liked Tupac, and they know that Tupac fans, Tupac was into it with Biggie. So the fans, they knew. They wanted blood for blood. They knew that. Why would you make a choice to go do that? And the managers, when we look to you as somebody that's going to look out for that person that you take with you, they trust you to make the right decisions for them getting into beefs with other people so that they can put their life in danger. They trust the managers to handle things like that so their child can come back home. You said they trust your judgment. What people are probably upset with you are about is the interview when you came on and you basically was being a witness in public for Tim so that he can come home. Self-defense. That's what you were basically doing. So people didn't like you because of that. And then the night of, you knew, which you told us, he wasn't himself. If you're in a club and you're not yourself, the first thing that come to my mind is, did somebody give him something? Was he drugged? That's the first thing that come to my mind. But when you look at the videos of him that night performing or not performing, whatever he was doing, the videos that with him there that night, it don't look like anything is wrong with him. But the manager says, track says, he wasn't himself. If you in a club with your friend and they not they self, like they look like they off, usually a real friend will take that friend home. Let's go. Let's get out of here. If you see this friend in the car, they whipped out from where you said y'all was supposed to be going somewhere else, but he changed the whole course and went to the club. You already know he just did that off a whim. Number two, something ain't right. He's sitting outside, upset about something because he ain't himself, over 30 minutes. But you say he trusts your judgment. Why didn't you say, tell the driver, let's go? Let's go. I'm sure the driver would have listened to the manager. Why didn't you say, let's go? Let's go home. Wherever y'all was supposed to been going. Let's go. That's why people were looking at you the way they were looking at you. Okay. I'm trying to get back to the list. I know she like, girl. Okay. Okay. I said that. Another thing that I noticed that you did when you gave the interview to, I think, academics or somebody, I don't know, somebody you gave the interview, and you were pretty much trying to hide people that were there. Like, everybody didn't put it on the hush hush. That's something that stands out to me. And it stands out to me because of the Empire thing as well, because he's so hush hush about things, especially the people that he wants to get rid of first. Just not let them be around and recruit more people or whatever. The ones that they know when you sign that paper, you out of here. Those the ones. And it seems like it's always the ones that you want them to be quiet. You want everything to come out on a certain date for them. For months. When people want things to be quiet like that, that's a red flag to me. That's all I'm saying. And for you to do an interview and call yourself want to clear things up, but you leave out the main things that you need to say. But I know you're going to say, oh, I'm a street person, so that's why I didn't say it. Well, why even do the interview in the first place? Just to come on there and clear Tim? But you couldn't say the person that came to the car to tell King Von to he's here? That Quando Rondo was here? You can't tell that person. Can't tell who they is. You can't tell if Miguel Chris, aka Chris Summers, was in a car with King Von in the back seat that night. Can't tell. Everything on the hush hush. Don't talk about it. Even she won't talk about it. She won't even say if she was in the car or not. Won't say a thing. Why you so quiet? Got something to hide? It's something. Too many people involved with These killings that just happened. Yep. But anyway, I think that's all I have to say about that. That's long enough. I hope I gave her a good report. But anyway, yeah, that's what stood out. Oh, one more thing stood out about King Von manager when he said he had got locked up for something. He said it was minor, but he wouldn't mention it. So if it was minor, why couldn't you mention it? I would have liked to know. Inquiring minds would have went on the door. Anyway, please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video. And thanks for watching.